Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Tuesday the 30th of August 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Crow Tarot and the Tarot of the Old Path, and I was going to do 2 and 2, but I'm going to use 2 cards from the Crow Tarot and then 1 card from this one. Tarot of the Old Path goes in the middle and the 2 cards will be on either side. There we go, I've got my system all planned out. So let's see what the cards have to say about Tuesday. Hope you've had a good start to the week. And let's see what Tuesday has in store for you here. Let's have a little look. First card is Pentacles. I can see that much. 10 of Pentacles. All right, so this is really the highest. Oh, there it is, 10. It's the highest number in the suit of Pentacles. And it's about getting to a completion point in your working life, in your securities, financial security, planning ahead, feeling a sense of comfort in life, like you've worked on a legacy that you'll be remembered for. It's all about your kind of practical contribution to planet Earth. So money may be really good, or there may be something great happening in terms of your work. Then we've got the Devil. Okay, so you become a victim of your own success. Because the Devil is about focus on the physical that's too strong. So it's one thing to say, oh, you know, I'm doing really well in my job and in my savings. I've got this much saved now and it'll give me 10 years to live in my retirement. Hooray, I feel great about that. So that's understandable and fine. Versus the Devil coming in and saying, oh, I had 10 years worth of savings and now I had to spend a few grand on the dentist and now I'm down a little bit, and that is totally throwing me for a loop because I've got a little bit than I planned for, and that savings amount and sum, which was something that was going to help you, is now become a major obsession and something that kind of rules your life. And that's what I mean, victim of your own success. Something good happens in terms of your practical circumstances, but then the problem of this energy is that you latch onto it too much and start to identify your own security with this thing you've won. So it seems kind of preemptive. The cards are saying, hey, something great happens, and then you take it too seriously. So what's happening in the middle? What's the thing that triggers you off into just overdoing it a bit? Usually it's fear. Like if we cling on to something, it indicates we're drowning in something else, right? 10 of Pentacles. Oh, hey, that's never happened. Has it? No, never. I have used different decks before, but I've never got it where the same card has come up. That's so interesting. Okay, so the 10 of Pentacles, like I just said, is this completion point. And because we've got both, that's what tips you over the edge. It's something that you've been longing for such a long time. It's like a cornerstone in your own mental structuring of your life. You know, a lot of people, they on the surface seem to be doing everything that's normal and expected, like go to school and then university and get married and have children. But underneath it, they've got these hidden signposts in their mind that say this is the important thing that allows everything else to function. And for some people, it's a belief like, if I get the right house, then I'll be happy. Or if I, you know, it's this particular thing that's been assigned as I've made it in life. For another person, it would be like, if I get the manuscript published, then I've made it. And it doesn't just become an event in your life, it becomes this validating be-all and end-all thing. And if you achieve it, then great. Wonderful. The author wants to be published, he's published, and he's on top of the world and everything's fabulous and hooray. But if that's his mission and he doesn't make it, then that's a huge tragedy because everything else will fall to pieces if this one kind of key cornerstone isn't in place. Like, you know, if you do a puzzle and you have them all, but the one corner piece or any of the pieces is missing, the whole thing is incomplete. So it's that kind of feeling. So something like that, that you've put so much energy into and you've fed it mentally for a long, long time, that becomes realized. Because 10 is I've made it in in terms of pentacles. I've got to the highest level there is. And that's what one of these hidden hopes and dreams is. And because we've got the same card, it's kind of emphasizing and highlighting that you reach the goal that you've set in terms of your work, your practical circumstances, your diet, your physical health, your appearance, something, you have a breakthrough, something pivotal, life-changing happens. The warning is, please do enjoy that, but take it as seriously as that. It's like, it's a major achievement, hooray, let's enjoy it. If it becomes the defining moment in your life, if it's like, okay, I met Desmond Tutu at one point, that was a lifelong dream, but now 2,800 years later, whenever I go to a dinner party, that's still the only story I can whip out, then it's like, no. That may have been a good thing for you, but the rest of us who've listened to the same story 800 times now, it certainly wasn't a good thing. So it's this major achievement, enjoy it, give yourself a pat on the back, but don't confuse yourself and your circumstances and what it means to be you. Because you're having this breakthrough because of your hard work. That's what Pentacles is about, right? It's work. And usually you get somewhere because you perform well and because you make an effort, and that's what's got you here. Don't feel like, you know, the scales of fate are now precariously tipped in your favor. You've got everything you ever wanted, and now you have to behave a certain way to make sure that you don't lose this holy grail that's now been delivered to you. If that's the case, if that becomes your thinking, then the great thing isn't worth anything anymore. It becomes a golden cage then, and it's something else that traps you into a false sense of security, which becomes a prison. So I don't know why the cards are being such party poopers and saying, like, if something really fabulous and great happens, please don't let it imprison you. Like, my question with that would be, hey, how about, like, can we not just enjoy the success for a minute before you warn us? But I think that's what the cards are doing. They're saying, that is the warning. If anything, please do just enjoy this and don't take it to be something it isn't. You know, like if I win a Grammy, it doesn't make me a special person. It just means that I wrote some music which was popular and that sold a lot of copies and everyone applauded. Hooray. But it doesn't define the person as an individual. And it's the confusion of temporary real world accomplishments versus the self, which is eternal and which can't be defined by things like Grammys and gorgeous shiny blonde hair, you know? Interesting, I've never had this. All right, so number-wise, we've got 10 and 10 is 20, and 15 is 35. 3 and 5 is 8, and 8 is power and strength in numerology. So you have the strength to have this breakthrough in terms of your work. So if you feel like you're just this much away from getting what it is you want to achieve, keep going. You're very, very close and your feeling is right. But also you have the strength to resist this confusion, this switch up of security or perspective of who you are and your own identity. Yeah. I'm just thinking, you know, like this card is interesting to me because it's like, it speaks about this other force that we all feel is at work somewhere behind the scenes. You know, it's like, oh, everything's going great. And then you start to like look around and say, okay, when's the other shoe going to drop? Because we're so used to this back and forth. But really, and this is a tricky one because it's saying, take any accomplishments and wear them as a light cloak, but don't use it as a raincoat. Like, don't get confused between what this really is. It's a temporary pleasure, temporary accomplishment, hooray, champagne, pop the cork and drink the glass or whatever, but don't become dependent on the bubbles, you know? It's just, and a lot of people find it difficult to moderate, especially when good stuff is happening. Okay, you do, with the number 8, basically, you do have the power to resist that and to stay on the sunny side of the streets and not to veer off into the nebulous, shady alley. Okay, so have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to order your reading with me. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.